welcome back to today's video. So today I'm going to be testing out the Sheglam palette from Shein, and it's the Hello Yellow palette. I've had this since the 4th of July, so been dying to give it a try, but I've waited. Right, I'm going to pop that there because I'm using a different setup. As you can see, I'm downstairs today because the boys are away in Benidorm, so I've got the space. And so the table I'm using is a bit shaky, so I'm hoping not to shake the table too much if at all. Anyway, this is what the palette looks like. And I have swatched it just for myself, and because I can't keep my fingers out of anything. I just can't. Get a new palette, pop your fingers in. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to do these swatches and show you what they're like. Okay then, so this one is Quick Check, Cleopatra, just a minute, Main Squeeze, Future You. Now I did have to swatch this one about 3 times. The rest are just single finger swatches on an unprimed arm. Galactic Gold, that is quite chunky. Martini, Stormy, Please Me, and Night Shift. So I'm going to just rub those off and I'll be back with you. Okay, I've also popped on the tape because I forgot to do that. Right, so let's see, what am I going to go in with? I quite like the look of that yellow one. Yeah, I'm going to use that, I think. Am I? This Quicksand looks really nice as well. And I can go into a greenish green. No, I'm going in with the yellow Main Squeeze. So I hope the lighting's okay. I haven't got a ring light. I'm just relying on the ceiling light and natural light sources from the window. And if I'm going to try and use this as a mirror, I'm going to be disappointed. So I shall just pop that there. And my mirror's on my lap, so no, this isn't good lighting for me. I'm going to pop and get my ring light and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I've got my ring light now. I did start filming previously and that yellow was just going on green on this eye, and then when I started it on that eye it was going on yellow, so I've got no clue. So I'm going to change the colour up. I'm going to go in with something different. So I'm going to go in with the shade Quicksand here instead. This is quite powdery, it's got quite a bit of a kickback. Get the ledge on there. So I'm going to put this colour on instead. Wow, this is really powdery. I'm not a fan of that. I know a lot of people like Sheglam, but I'm not sure about this quality. I've got much cheaper palettes that have got better quality than this. I know this was only $3.99 and yeah, it's £5 just about full price, but so far I'm not actually impressed. And you know I'll tell you the truth, I won't sugarcoat anything. Okay, the colour's down, it's very pale, so I'm going to try and build it up. But the kickback in this pan, I mean, can you see that? Right, I'm going to have to move this makeup basket down there just so I've got somewhere flatter to put this palette. Although that might fall through the gap of the sofa. Oh, not sofa chairs, but you know what I mean. I do like being able to film downstairs and when I want more so, because it's not always possible to film when you want, when we have the boys here and stuff, and it's not them, it's just daily life and Stuart having his dialysis and and all of that, and it, you know, these things are just not easy. Or Neil hasn't slept and he's nodded back off, or he's, you know, not up yet and things like that, because we sleep and wake at different times, we just do. But it's fine. Yeah. So far, can you see how that is? So far, I'm not really impressed with this tool. I don't get the good reviews. Maybe it's because other palettes are better. But even if I'm paying a cheap price, I expect something a bit decent. And I'm just not feeling it with this. I'm a bit nonplussed with that. The kickback is ridiculous. Just hold this brush down further. It helps when my hands start to shake, get a bit more control on the brush. Yeah. I'm starting to think I've made a mistake getting this palette. I really am. Yeah, can you see it? It looks like it's chalky, it really does. If I'd have got a pastel chalk and popped that on my crease, that's what this would look like. That would look like, rather. I'm not digging it. I really am not. The kickback is crazy. Maybe it's just this palette, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, have you got any Sheglam palettes? Have you got this one? Let me know in the comments how you find them, because at the moment I am really not impressed. To be fair, the swatches ain't the greatest either, in my opinion. I don't know what you thought to the swatches, but I mean, the kickback is just stupid. I mean, I'm not really digging my brush in. I'm just tapping it in as usual, like that. Yeah, you know what tapping in means. And yeah, to be honest, no, I'm really not at all impressed. And I'm having to work hard to get this to work, to be fair. Any palette where you have to work this hard to get it to work is not worth anything. You never know, it might pick up with the other shade. It might really wow me with the shimmer. But at the moment, this is just not. And that's about the best I can get with that colour. yeah, I'm not impressed there. I'm just not. Okay, but we'll keep plodding on. But can you see? Now I'm going to show you what I mean. Now I will dip this in to get colour, the way I do, and just look at that, and then you get, oh, you didn't see that because I moved it away, but ton of fallout. I have cheaper palettes that don't do this, much cheaper palettes, and you know that. And I'm not talking Revolution on a sale, I am talking palettes from China. Okay then, so I'm going to try the shade, deepen it up in the outer corners. Ooh, I'm going in with night shift, going in with a darker green, see if I can make that work. Again, a pile load of kickback in the pan. Yeah, so I'm going to pop this by just dabbing it onto the inner corner. Kickback's just ridiculous. There definitely must be one ingredient in this palette which is more than it should be. And I'm thinking it's talc. Yeah, it's just, no, I'm not feeling this at all. I probably won't do my base or anything. I might even just wash this off, I don't know. I may not do base anyway because it's quite warm today. And yeah, it would only melt off, so probably just the eyes and the brows and stuff today. Okay, I'm getting that to work better. Yeah, that did blend in better. Oh, goodness. I do not expect kickback in this degree. That little small palette from Constance Carroll, remember the video? It's up. I did it about 1.5 years ago or something like that, because I was testing out a brand I started with when I was starting out in makeup, and that didn't have this kickback at all. However, I am getting that darker shade to work. It is blending out better. I'm not saying it's brilliant, but it isn't taking so much. I'm just trying to deepen it up. That's all I'm doing by going in more. And I'll just blend them two shades together there, and then just bring it down in circular kind of movements rather, down there. I'm just going to do the same with this side, and then I'm going in with a shimmer. Yeah, I did get that to blend. I really did, and that is okay. I'm not too mad at that. Right, see the mess it's making of this. Crazy. Okay, so I would like to go in with Galactic Gold, but I'm not sure how it's going to go because it looks quite chunky. Well, it feels very chunky. Ow. Okay, it feels very dry and chunky, so it looks absolutely stunning, and I really want to use it. And I think I'll ditch the brush because on experience I've noticed that going in with a brush on these kind of shades just do not work well. So I am going to use my finger, and I'm going to, wow, see how this is. It actually is just pure glitter, of which I don't mind at all. There is going to be glitter everywhere. Okay, Shein. Okay. I see ya. Wow, I do like that a lot. I was not expecting that to go on as well as it has because it's so very dry and chunky because of the glitter, obviously. But yeah. I may actually film a day 2 with this palette. Or just go off and do some looks with it off camera and see how it performs, put the looks onto my Instagram and give some opinions there. Yeah, putting this shade on with brush would not work very well. But that is actually stunning. I do like that. I am very surprised by it. You're going to pop a bit more on because you can't have too much glitter. Oh wow, I like that shade a lot. I was not expecting this from it. And this isn't giving any kickback either, which is impressive after the first 2 shades. Ooh. Nail mob coming down. Yeah, that is nice. I like that a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do for the inner corner shade. Maybe future you or something, I don't know. Okay, so I'll clean these fingers off. But, wow, that is chunky. I'm having trouble wiping that off, and I should have gone and got another one of these, but yeah, he is coming down. 1 minute. Okay, so he did come down, so I just stopped filming for a bit while he just did what he had to and went and got a drink and all of that stuff. So I am going in with the base, and I've got my sponge wet already. And this one is the Real Techniques one, which looks a bit battered and dirty, and you just can't clean them very well once a lot of product has been on them over and over again. So I think for primer, I'm going to go in with this W7 one. Even though I'm not very keen, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so that's a random. Yeah, this is a really light foundation. I like this Rimmel Match Perfection. It's got SPF 20 and it's just fair porcelain invisible coverage. So it's quite light anyway, so I'm going in with that. And what I do is I do 1 pump and then do like half a pump on my hand. The only downside to this is you cannot see how much product you've got in that bottle, so I'm going to be a bit shocked one day and not get any product out. but I'll be fine. I've got other foundations. And I can get some more, so not an issue. Okay, just dotted that on. So I'm going to go in with the Lasting Finish Breathable Concealer. And I wanted to just give it a go, and it's in 100 shade Fair, you can see. And it's a little bit darker than I usually go for, but I'm going to use it. Now, this tube is really weird and the sponge is quite dense, but it's not an issue with the sponge, it's the product. It's how it just squeezes loads out, and I'm not a fan. Although it didn't do it then, because I think I'm getting a bit used to it. And they also, now you see that was too much for my opinion. In my opinion. You see, I can't even talk today. And just dab it on the nose. So it comes out a bit too much when you can get it squeezed, because it feels like the tube's already half empty when you get it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I'm not a fan, because although it's got decent coverage, it's creasing. So my under eyes just go really creasy, and that doesn't happen with other concealers I've used so far, so not even the stick ones. So although I like the foundation to this, I do not like the concealer at all. I would not repurchase it. I mean, yeah, it only cost £3 something and it was cheap, but you still want it to work. But you see, I think that's given me decent coverage, to be honest. Just pop that there. And yeah, it's okay. I think it's doing what it should. Now, the reason I do my nose is because I've got a bit of redness. And that is all I do. Oh, there's green light on this camera. It's flashing at me. Okay. Yeah, I think it's decent coverage, I really do. But I'm just not a fan of the old squeezy tube and the sponge, and basically just not a fan of it at all. So I'm going to set that down quick with this Rimmel Powder, what I usually use, you know, this one. And I do relatively like a lot of Rimmel products. I do enjoy the company's products, but some are a bit hit and miss. But then every company has hit and miss products. I mean, I could try another palette from Shein, which on that, no, or something else makeup related, and it could be really good. So, but I'm just not willing to give the chance to another palette. Maybe another shade or two would be better, I don't know. Okay, so now I've set my under eyes on the side of my nose, I'm going to go in with this bigger powder brush. And then when I've done this video, I shall get dressed. Still in my nightwear today. And let's just stay in this, because it's the coolest, just a minute, it's the coolest thing I've got right now. And nobody's turning up, we ain't got anybody coming. Next week, possibly an electrician turning up, because Stuart's dialysis machine fell over again. It's more the pump, it stopped working, and they had a look at it, and the technician definitely thinks it's an electrical issue. So we have electricians coming along. I don't know when. They'll give me a call and say when. I'm not entirely happy about it, to be honest. I'm not really good with people I don't know very well. Especially blokes I don't know very well at all. I'm just a bit funny about it because of what went on in my past. It just makes me a bit edgy. I can't even travel anywhere on my own in the taxi because it makes me nervous. So it's quite tricky. But anyway, so I've just set my face down with that. Now, because everything will be relatively the same, what I'm going to do for the base and everything, carry on with the contour and stuff. I don't know where to go for. Oh, sod it. Let's carry on camera. Why not? Let's make this 2 hours. No, I'm just enjoying it. So now I've managed to continue with the filming. Let's go ahead. Go ahead with it. Okay, so I'm sorry I'm leaning in. The brush is right over here. Now, where's my contour brush? Now, this can be interesting. This can go very wrong or very right. This is the Revolution Ultrasculpt and Contour Kit, ultra light to medium, bronze and blush powder with a highlighter. Okay, issue here, small issue. One, it's darker for light skin than I anticipated, so I have to go very lightly because this, as you can see, is a bit dark, a little bit warm, not too warm. This is the highlighter, which is okay. It's not anything special, to be fair. Bit unusual for Revolution to have a highlighter, which is a bit meh, but it happens. As you can see, that is nothing to write home about. And then they call that blush for light to medium skin tones. Really? Why would I want to blush with something that dark? So that looks like that. So, yeah, can you see what I mean about that? Blusher. Are you kidding? So I will get round to using that as eyeshadow. Yeah, and that highlight is just... Let me try on my hand here. Yeah, it's very nonplussed, to be honest. Not really impressed with that little palette at all. I'm just not. So, as you can see, hit and miss for companies. Now, I do love Revolution makeup. I really do. But, anyway, I'm going to try with the lightest hand possible to do this contouring. So basically what I do, I just go, and that's it. So I'm going to contour my forehead. My hair is such a mess, I know that. I did brush it this morning, honestly. But yeah, it's sprouts out everywhere. It's got a mind of its own. I sometimes wonder if it's part of my head, you know. Is it part of me at all? Or just some... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. It just sprouts. I think it's because I had it layered some years back. Mind you, that can't be it because the layers would have come out by now. But it would have lengthened to the same sort of length. But I've got short wispy bits and then the long bits. And it just goes like this all the time. Okay, how is that looking? Yeah, not bad. It's about the best I'm going to get. So I'm going to dip in again. Now I can use my camera to look at what I'm doing. So just going to pat that there. And then blend it up and up there. Don't take contouring tips from me. Because to be honest, I'm just winging it. Tap in. This side always seems to look darker. And as you saw, I only just tapped the same way. And what's more trickier to do that side? You know what I mean? It isn't, but it just kind of looked darker. I don't know why. And that looks shocking. Just don't take contouring tips from me. Just don't. If you can hear a dog barking, it's just a neighbour's dog. He's a beautiful German Shepherd dog. He's gorgeous. Huge, but gorgeous. Unfortunately, he's left outside a lot of the time. He hasn't got a kennel to go into to shelter, and I just don't think they look after him the best, to be honest. Could do with being looked after better. So no, I'll just do this now. There. Okay, so that is the contouring done. I'm going to put that away again and get the blusher out, which is the reloaded one from Revolution in Love Struck, and get my blusher brush. Okay, so don't have to tap in too lightly. Just go round and up a bit. I'm starting to go to the apples a bit again. I'm starting to like that. Since doing all these decades videos. See, look at this hair. And then I'm trying to attempt to curl it. I've got no chance. It's always good to give these things an extra try. Even if you've been doing that, trying to curl your hair for the last 20 years. I'm not ready to give up yet. That is the blusher. I swear I'm going slightly nuts here. I'm going to pick out my brush for my highlighting. Going in with this palette here. And as you can see, just put that there as well. I have panned completely this one. I'm very happy about that. And I'm now attempting to pan this one. And for the last few days, I have been using the Safe X1 from our latest collaboration with Revolution. And I'm just going to do this. And then we'll finish off the eyes. I'm going to do these eyebrows really quickly. So I will speed that bit up. So just go in with my usual new neutral palette from Revolution Pro, just to pop the brow shade on and get it to sit there. So I'm going to speed this part up. Okay, well, I ain't even got the same sort of shape that into that end. So that's the brows done. I'm just going to get this brush here and put the highlighter on the brow bone. Whew. And use the same shade there. Could really have done with a goldy highlight, but it is what it is. Right, I'm going to just pop that there and pop this on that palette and pop it away. Right then, so I've got the rest of my makeup to do on my eyes. I'm going in with this brush here and get the palette back. What I'm going to do is go in with the shade Quicksand on the inner part of the eye, and then go in with the shade Night Shift on the outer part and sort of blend them together. Wrong part. Nearly made a mistake. This did not mean to turn into a get ready with me today. Oh, it's so powdery. So powdery. I hope the Lorac palette is better than that. Because as it stands, this one is terrible. I have not managed to use your shades clearly because this is a first impression, and yeah, so I will have to test it out a bit more. There, that's about the best I'm going to get. I'm tempted to go in with that silver shade for the inner corner, and I think I will. So I'm going in with Future You. You see that? It looks better on camera, but that's not even watch. You see? I think I am not going to be buying another palette from Shein. To be fair, I'm not overly pleased with it. It might be a hard pan issue, I don't know. Actually, that looks quite nice. Yeah, I think it's going hard pan, so I might have to just, as you can see that, I might just have to go in with some tape and sort that out. So I'm going to finish up with mascara, eyeliner and lipstick and setting spray, and then we are done. Now, black eyeliner today I'm thinking, so I'm going in with the Primark eyeliner here, and I don't need a mirror, I can do this on the cam, the viewfinder. I'm not going to do the eyeliner on the top, on the lids today. As you can see, my hand is so shaky, I think I'd mess it up, like I have just there. Oh well, it messed up that bad. Here I do. And the last thing, going with the collection Fast Lash or whatever it's called. Oh no, right in the inner corner. When that dries, I will go in with a spoolie and it'll just come off. That's a lot better, but look, this is just what happens. Right, that should be dry. I want to go in with another coat. Just to give it more definition. This one does require 2 to 3 coats. Only the top lashes are. I'm not going to do the same on the bottom. Yeah, this does require 2 to 3 coats just to get the desired effect. But considering my first impression of this wasn't good, I've actually grown to love it, as you can see. So it might actually be the case with that palette, so we don't know yet. Because first impressions do not mean anything. Let's see if I've got this spoolie knocking about. I'll just get one of these disposable spoolies, and all I do is just push it onto the mistake. Don't think it's quite ready. And yeah, I didn't leave it long enough, but as you can see, it does remove it. And I'm going to quickly spray this setting spray, and I need another one of these. Oops. And this is the W7, the Dewy Fixer setting spray, and I really like this a lot. So give it a quick shake. It smells of coconut. It's lovely. wets your lips. That's why I always do lipstick after. Just get this fan to just dry it off a little bit, give it a little bit of help. I like the way it merges everything together to make it more flawless. And I don't need to dry it down totally like that, because it will dry down quite quick anyway, but as you can see, it just makes it more seamless. Really like that. £2.99 at B&M. So lipstick, and then we're done. Let's have a look. Nabla or MAC. I'm thinking. Let's have a look. I love this Nabla one though. I really like that one as well. That one's a little bit darker than what I want. So I'm going in with this Nabla one, shade Headiness. And I really like this because it's a liquid lipstick where it doesn't dry down too much. It's sort of like a creamy formula. And it's a plumping one, that's what I was trying to think of. And then I'll turn that round and do the top. I'm going to dip in again. In fact, I usually do the top first. I don't know what made me go on the bottom lip first. And you can feel the plumping effect. Yeah, as you can see. There we go. Slight bit of a mistake, but nothing major. Okay, so this very long video is now done. Here is the finished look. Okay, the finish looks alright, nothing to write home about, to be fair. I've had better palettes. I do have better palettes. But I made it work and it isn't actually bad. I do quite like the finished result. So I'm going to pop these on and give you my final thoughts. So, okay. My final thoughts on this are, for first impression, so I will let you know when I've used it a few more times and see if it's any better. Powdery, very powdery, very powdery. That one goes on green for a start. I have no clue why. That might have just been my brush or something, so I'm not going to call that an issue because it might just be me. Very powdery, hard to blend out, looks very chalky, a hell of a lot of kickback. This shade being dry does actually seem to work very well, but apply it with a finger because it won't go on very well with a brush. This one looks very nonplussed on a swatch. I had to do that 3 times and it still didn't look great. But on the inner corner, it's actually quite nice. I've not tried the other shades yet, so I will give them a go and see what they're like. This one was a nice dark shade, but I still don't think it's as dark as in the pan. Yeah, I will work with it a bit more, but is this worth picking up? In my opinion, no, it's just not. If it goes down to a silly price like $1.99 or something, give it a try. If you still fancy giving it a try, then just do so. You know, it's your choice. You make your own decisions. But this is an honest review. I won't sugarcoat anything. And yeah, I'm not impressed with it, to be honest. I'm really not. I don't think it's worth £4. I think it'd be hard pressed being worth £2, to be fair. But it was cheap, so, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I think if you're seeing this on there, maybe the other palettes are better. But yeah, I think if you do see this on there, regardless of the price, I think I'd give it a miss personally. Anyway guys, that is my honest opinion. I will give it some more usage. If I have done by the time this goes out, I will pop it here and let you know what I thought. Although I'm more than likely to pop that on my Instagram and let you know there. So, I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to get some lunch, although it's more like dinner. And get myself and Neil something to eat. I will see you again next time for a beauty related video. It might be a continuation of the decades, I am not sure, because I've got some ideas there to finish the series off. It might just be me sitting there talking about what I thought of the whole process. Anyway, I'm going to go. Please do all the good stuff. It really does help out my channel and helps me be recognised on YouTube and all of that stuff. I will see you next time for not such a long video. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye everyone.